welcome to Rambling Hour with Lisa. It is season 8, episode 9, and I am here from the kitchen again. I hope everyone's well and that you've had a great week and that you are enjoying the beginning of autumn, as it is not summertime anymore. Unfortunately, we've had the autumn equinox, and for all those celebrating that. Yeah, of course, as soon as I start my live, somebody needs something in the kitchen. Nova's come in, Erica's getting ice. Erica just actually got home, so that's what she's messing around and making noise. And so is Nova. But Erica's gonna close the door when she leaves. Love you. Oh, watch yourself. Love you. Look, wait, look at her hair. Her curls are so perfect today. Give them a, come on, what a mess. There's a cord there, that's why she's struggling to fall over me.
I gotta go.
Bye, love you.
Love you.
So I hope everyone's... Bye.
Bye.
So I hope everyone is well and that you're having a great Sunday and that you've had a great week. I'm doing the autumn theme again, as I have to accept that summer is over and autumn is here, even if hopefully we still get some nice days outside. So I've done a bit of a pumpkin theme today, and yeah, and there's this cushion cover that I bought last year as well. It was a single one that I bought, but I really loved it. Oh no, I think it was actually the cushion as well. And it even has blue in it, so it really would look good in the kitchen. But where do you put a cushion in the kitchen unless you have it on one of the chairs? But it would just get dirty. But I thought I would use it for this, except that when I put it there, it covers the blue, that light blue rainbow. Okay. Hi, Mommy. Mommy says hi. I'll show you guys my outfit too. So I'm wearing sandals. Woo, I'm gonna fall off the chair. I need to practice my yoga more to balance. And a long skirt, and it's quite like the bohemian. It's got like a buckle here. It's a bohemian look, I guess, for autumn. And this is my outfit for going out for supper last night with Steve and Jackie's friends. And it was my outfit this morning for going to the coffee and cake, the Macmillan coffee and cake morning at Samantha's house. And it's not too late to donate. You can still donate to a great cause. I will get Samantha to put the link in the comments for if you want to donate to her daughter Tyla's Macmillan coffee and cake morning. So I have been eating a few sweets today, and it's my outfit for doing my live. Although, like I said, I could, now that I've wore this skirt, I could get rid of the skirt. The shirt is just a standard, like, long sleeve brown shirt, so it's basic. It doesn't need to go anywhere. And I love this too much to get rid of it. It's really thin, like you can see me through it. But I bought it online a couple of years ago, and I've only I wore it in Canada when I was there 3 years ago, when we were there, the family was there 3 years ago. So in 2019, and I've worn it again now. But you know, for autumn, like there's certain things that with color in that so I might be wearing it more than once and more autumns at once. I'm gonna bring you in a little closer. So excuse my makeup if it doesn't look as good as other days. It's just that this is this morning's makeup, and I even had a nap, like sitting up, and hopefully it's all right though. I tried to do a carrot, it was a carrot orange, but it seems to have come off a lot. So yes, so tell me what you have done with your week and what your plans are for the autumn. I did get out in the garden a little bit. I accepted that, you know, summer is no longer here, and I've started pulling apart my summer displays. So like I said last week, I'll still put my bananas and cannas and things that need to be overwintered. I'll still let them grow and look pretty and everything until the frosts come. But I will have them all together close to the greenhouse so that they're easy to put in to overwinter once I know the frost days are coming. Actually, last night it was 5 overnight, but now it's going to be a little bit warmer than that overnight. But 5, gee, that's getting close. And I know in Canada, especially on the prairies, I think you guys probably have it even lower already. But yeah, it's getting there, so I need to put things away. I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. Steve's going out with his mates as per usual on a Sunday. So it was nice to go out for dinner yesterday. We went to a place called, oh, I've forgotten already. It's the Bay something Tavern. I don't remember, but it was really good food, and it was a good visit with Steve and Jackie's friends, and then and a visit with Steve and Jackie as well. And today's been a good day as well. So I've gotten in lots of visiting. I got to see Samantha's Auntie Tina, who is she officiated mine and Steve's wedding, and amongst other people. And I got to hold baby Spencer, which is always a great thing. So, oh, I remember how I said I was going to print out those word lists so that if my brain stops working and I can't think of a topic to talk about, then I can look at the list. Well, what I want to do is cut them up. I printed off a bunch of different ones. It was hard because I didn't know what words to search, like to get random words. So this one says make a bingo grid. So that's nice. That's kind of the size that I want of the random words, and I'm going to cut them up and then pull them out of a hat or whatever, something to talk about. And I have some other ones. Some of them are for Pictionary, my word brainstorm sheet, and then a random word generator, and word of the year ideas. So yeah, I have some different ones that I'm gonna cut up and make. I mean, I obviously could have made my own, but I figured there'd be a bunch of lists of words online, so why waste my time? Yeah, that one's a good one too. It's a good size to cut up. If I can't think of anything tonight to talk about, I can always just look and point to a word, and then it'll give me a topic to talk about. But I finally did that. Something else, this is crazy. I know not a lot of people are watching right now, but this is something that I wanted to talk about and wanted to show you guys. So, you guys can see my spices back here. My spice drawers. Actually, I can pull some out of this drawer here as well. Like, I have some that's coriander seed. And you can see that that's bigger. But with some of the, here, like, oh no, that's whole nutmeg, so that's not gonna prove my point. Let's see what's in here. A lot of these are big ones. I need more room for all my jars. Anyways. Say like garlic powder. You have, oh, my mom says our weather is still beautiful. That's good, Mom. I'm glad that it is. I don't know what this is from, this little spoon, but I use it to get the garlic powder out because it's, because you don't want to like just dump like this and then end up putting too much spice in your thing, and you don't want to stick your fingers in. You could take a pinch, but some of them also get a bit, like that's why we bought these jars that seal, so that they wouldn't get moist in them and stuff. So I can just, oh, it smells good, I like garlic. So I can just scoop it out like that. So I was looking online for other types of like little scoops or whatever. If anybody knows what this might have come from or where I can get little shovels like that, that would be great. It might be like a cocktail stick or something, I don't even know. But, so what I ordered was these. I have two different types, so I'll show you. Okay, this one came, like they all can go on a necklace, and there's 4 different colors, this one. I'm gonna put them on a chain. So let me do this. And then I'm gonna put them on a chain, but you can see that those have a long and narrow one, and they're quite heavy duty, so they're good. And I bought these ones, and there's a pack. There was 8, so there's gold, there's, what do you call it? Rose gold, gold, silver, and the black, whatever it's called. So, and they each came with a chain, and they weren't expensive at all. But they're little spoons, like tiny little spoons. So they are really cute. So let me do a quick shot with that for later. Okay, so what's interesting is that I bought these and they actually call them snuff spoons, and I just spit everywhere. Snuff spoons, and snuff is like cocaine, you know, like, right? And that, but they'll work so good for my spices. This is the funny thing though. Oh, you know, those things. And what is it called? The when you look at stuff online and then it starts putting, like if you look at, say, dog beds, and then it starts showing you all stuff about dogs and everything else, the algorithm. So I got these, quote, snuff spoons, because I don't know how to find spice spoons. And then they're in my Amazon, they're suggesting that I buy carbon fiber kit, cutting card and straw gift set, new. So this is like, it's the size of like a credit card probably, and a little tube, like a straw. This is for you to cut your cocaine and for you to sniff your cocaine. And I only know that from seeing it in movies, but this is what they're trying to sell to me now. See, these are the spoons I bought. Isn't that stupid and crazy? But if you're interested in that, it's only 10 pounds. I have no use for that. I don't need to sniff or cut any of my spices. But I did think it was funny and interesting. So again, if you guys have any ideas of what would work good for getting the spices out of the jars, then let me know. Otherwise, these little spoons, I think, are a good idea. So yeah, give me something else to talk about. And I don't know where everybody is today. I'm really tired from going out last night and then doing the thing today. And that's not because I have such a exhausting life. It's because I don't usually go out. So going out is like just enough to make me tired. So I read a book today. It's a kid's book that because I was going to show you guys, but I think I want to make it more of a feature of my my rambling hours. So I might do it next week, but when I do it, I'm going to read the book, so I'll let people know for their kids. It's a kid's book, so it's not long, but it's important. I think it's important, and so I will get that together. There's something else I was going to say. Yeah, so you know how I do the end of life stuff and that I'm interested in that. I was thinking, I'll tell you right now, and I'll remind you guys at the end and stuff. You don't have to get it now. And if you're reading this, if you're watching this at a later time, don't worry about it. It's not going to be in this episode, but for my next episode and on after that, what I'm going to do is I want you guys to get some paper and a pen or a pencil or whatever, something to write with. And each week we're going to go over just a quick question. I need to do this for myself too. So that's why if I do this, then maybe it'll get me accountable too, because I really do believe in this stuff, but I just haven't even sat down to do the basics. So we're going to get paper and a writing utensil. And then we're going to get, every week, we're going to go over a quick question. And the questions are just going to be like, the first week is just going to be, do you want to be buried or cremated at your when you pass away? The next week will just be, do you have a will? Or like, it'll just be basic, you know, like, do not resuscitate, like all these end of life questions that, do you want music at your funeral? Do you want a funeral? Some people want a celebration of life. Some people don't want anything. So every week we'll just do one of the questions out of the books that I have, but it won't be like a whole like long thing that you have to write out. Just write your basic answer, and then once we have like some of that written down, then we can always go back later and write more in detail. Like I haven't even written my stuff out yet. You guys, we've talked about it on here, but what are the chances that if something happens to me, people are going to go back and listen to all my rambling hours to see what it was that I wanted again. So yeah, so that's me telling you for next week to have a notepad or piece of paper, something to write on, and a writing utensil. And then every week we'll do one of the questions or something like that. So, like I said, I usually have my hair up in pony, as you guys know, or in a bun. So I don't get to often play with my curls. Not only that, seeing them in the camera makes me want to play with them even more. I know there is some really good ones under here earlier today, but I don't know if they've... So what else is up with my friends and family? How are you guys? What have you been doing? Have you had time in the garden? Mom says the weather's nice there, so that's good. So you can get time outside. Well, I mean, even when it gets colder, you can have time outside as long as you dress, dress well so you're not too cold outside. It was so silly today at Samantha's house with the McMillan cake and coffee morning. There was people sitting inside and outside, and she had the patio doors open, and I was sitting outside on the garden furniture and stuff, and I was a bit chilly. And then eventually I got like quite cold. It just like very chilly sitting there in sandals and stuff. And after, when I was ready to leave, when I stood up, I realized that she had put blankets on the end of the garden furniture. So there was a blanket sitting right beside me the whole time that I was cold. It was ridiculous that I didn't notice. Hi, Auntie Diane. Auntie Diane says hi. I hope you're well, that you've had a good week. So yeah, I've just been cleaning, organizing, trying to get some stuff done in the garden. So Monday was the Queen's funeral, right? The 19th, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. So Monday was the Queen's funeral, so it was a short week for work and for the kids in school because it ended up being like a bank holiday here for the Queen's funeral. And I did watch some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was still very interesting to watch lots of the parade and everything else. And then Tuesday I did housework and stayed at home and instead of doing the grocery shopping. And then Wednesday I did the grocery shopping. And then Thursday I went and visited Steve's mom and his stepdad at their house because Steve's mom had her hip operation. So I went to visit her and see how she was doing. So that was a really good visit. And Friday I just did more housework and gardening. And then Saturday was yesterday. So as I said, I did a bit of housework, but then I got ready and me and Steve went out with friends. And then, yeah, so so actually, I guess I have had a more social week than I usually do when this is as social as I usually get in a week. So don't fret though, I never run out of things to talk about. And even last night, when I went to Samantha's birthday party a week or two ago, I know that day I was very talkative, and then last night when we were out for dinner, I couldn't shut up. And sometimes I know that people don't care about the things that I'm talking about, and I do know that I talk too much, but yeah, I guess this is the only time that it's okay for me to ramble. Uncle Arthur says, hi there, little girl. Hi, Uncle Arthur. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna have a drink and then we can keep chatting. So Aurora taking a bakery and patisserie in college is wonderful for her. She's such a good cook. She brings something home every day, like even if it's just a small sampling for us to try, and she's so good at it. But the downside to that is it's baking and patisserie. Me and Steve do not need to be eating cakes and cookies and baking every day just to sample it. That will add up. It's not grape juice, Uncle Arthur, but it is pop. Yeah, I still am drinking lots of pop. So, but I like the gin glasses. I don't like gin, but I like it just, okay, usually I drink it right out of the bottle, like a 2-liter bottle, but this looks nicer. It makes me look like I like to pretend that I'm a lady sometimes. And I do have like the little, I'll cover my mouth and have a burp, but if I wasn't on video, I just let the burps out like it's competition. But it isn't necessarily the best idea to do like public speaking or something when you're drinking pop because of the burps. It's not really professional. Luckily, this is just rambling hour and I don't need to be professional. So, yes, so I am slowly getting my stuff together. I was going to go and see that man about doing the haunted house, but then Steve said he's going to talk to someone else first. So that is up to Steve to talk to someone, and then I will get on with finding out if and when I'm doing the haunted house. Not when, I know when, it'll be like around Halloween, but if we're going to do the haunted house and where. So that is, and what else? Yeah, just little by little, I am getting things done. I hung some pictures in the entranceway that have been sitting there. Uncle Arthur says, yes, we all know. That's either me talking too much or drinking too much pop, or belching like it's a competition. So what was I saying? Yes, I still haven't painted oh, he said about your burps. I still haven't painted the ceiling in the bathroom downstairs, so I have to get that done too. I keep saying on a rainy day, and we have had some rain, but not enough because then when it was raining, I was doing normal housework. So it is on the agenda to get that done as well. And we still need to put something here for the backsplash, whatever you want to call it. I still don't know, like I took pictures of this, so I saved the pictures on my phone, and I'm gonna just color it in with like gray or white, or to see like with the contrast to see what I want there. There is these ones we looked at online, and it was mirrors there, and it looked pretty cool, but I don't think we're gonna put mirrors there. So I'm certain we're not going to put mirrors there because Steve's already said no. So then we have to compromise. We have to both like things. But in the end, this turned out, it's not what I would have chose if I designed my kitchen, and it's probably not what he would have chose if he designed his kitchen, but we both agreed, like we didn't choose something unless we both liked it. Because you won't be happy if you have to compromise, but you won't be happy if you say yes to something you actually don't like. Then you'll just, so yes, him and I like it. Again, it wouldn't be our first choices probably, but we like everything we chose, and it looks really good together. So, but there's more about, so if I get my button gear, then I can focus on my rambling hours as well, because there's people that I want to have as guests and stuff, so I need to start talking to them again and seeing when they're available so that I have guests on here. And it seems that some people are starting to travel more too. So we've had a few people tell us about that, they might be coming this way within the next year. So that's exciting too, to have visitors and guests and stuff if and when that will happen. I will have a place for them to stay when they're ready to make it all the way over here. So I know that the two things that I'm doing right now that I didn't get to finish this week are pulling apart my summer displays. So a lot of my summer plants, like my bananas and cannas and stuff, they're sitting on the lawn right now, and it's been a couple days. So the lawn, like the grass will be okay underneath them, but I can't leave those too much longer. I need to get them off of there at least so that it doesn't wreck the grass. And then the other thing is I started cleaning in the living room. I vacuumed the whole sofa off and everything, and changed the dog blankets because it gets hair everywhere. And even though the dog's only allowed on one part of the bed, the couch, but I didn't finish cleaning the dining room and living room. So those two things I'm like in the middle of, which isn't like me. Usually when I start something, I like to finish it. So, but because we've had such a busy weekend, I just said I would get back to those things. Oh, and then hanging up the pictures in the entranceway. So those are things that I need to get done in the next few days. Tomorrow, Steve has an appointment. So Thomas isn't going to work tomorrow, so he'll be home to watch his puppy. So I can do stuff that doesn't require me to watch the dog. And Aurora's home tomorrow too, because she has college all week except Mondays. So it's not really a day home alone tomorrow. But what can you do? And I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. Well, we've had to put, like when Aurora brings her baking home from college, we have to put it on top of the fridge because Nova, the puppy, is a little shit and takes stuff off the counter. Like even when she stands, her nose can just lean up like this and sniff the edge of the counter, and I keep smacking it saying, like, you know, no, she doesn't even need to sniff what's up there. But yeah, she ate a half cake the other day that we didn't even get to try. It was some kind of nut cake that Aurora brought home. So now our top of our fridge is gonna look silly with a bunch of baking. Actually, right in the oven here too, Erica and her boyfriend just baked yesterday. They made, what do you call this, red velvet cake. So some of them have icing sugar on. So we've got these ones in the oven so that the dog doesn't eat them. And these are really cute. They're peanut butter cookies, but they're like little tiny, like just smidgy little bites of peanut butter cookie. So yeah, and then they split it. So Reese, her boyfriend, took half of them home, and oh, that just made me think. I wonder if they took them out of the silicone cupcake forms. If she gave them to him in those, she better bring them back, because yeah. I mean, I am cheap, that's why. It's not like it's the end of the world if we don't get them back, but I don't like our stuff, you know what I mean? If I borrow something from somebody, I give it back, because it's a respect thing, and you don't know if it's valuable or sentimental or anything. So I just feel that way about my stuff as well. Okay, bye Uncle Arthur. He says things to do, gotta go. You take care. Yeah, love you. Enjoy whatever you're doing. We'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So after I'm done my live, I need to do my workout still, which is, well, I've only done probably nothing, 5 out of 30 minutes today. So because Steve's out with his mates, and Thomas and Erica just took the dogs right now, so I won't have to take the dogs when I'm done, but I'll just go on the elliptical, and then I can watch Gardener's World at the same time, but I'll still get my workout in. So I haven't stopped that. I've still been working out every single day, and yeah, I just need to step it up, because listen, I'm not gonna judge anybody on your body type, your body size, or anything else. It's all a personal thing. But I know last year I was doing so good, and I got to a point, like, I was very happy, and I still love who I am, but I can see the mushy smushy, and that doesn't bother me as much as how hard I worked with my yoga and working out. And I was so firm and getting there, and then I let it go, and I want that back. I know I can do it, and so I need to start with the yoga and the shred again and getting that back. And obviously the eating, you know, no more coffee and cake mornings, and then Aurora's baking that she keeps bringing home from college. I'm gonna have to just take a little sample, and that'll be my dessert or something. That'll be my only portion. And I've been eating like crisps before bed and stuff, so no more snacking. That's probably worse than not doing no, I really need to do the yoga. My muscles are sore, and my knees, the arthritis in my knees is way better when I do my yoga. It strengthens the muscles, so I can do a lot of different exercises when the muscles around my knees are stronger than when they're not. So, what else? Give me a topic if you guys want something for me to talk about. I haven't heard from my sister, so I'm not sure where they are. I assume Samantha's quite busy because she's had a long day as well. So, pumpkins are out, which is why I did the pumpkin theme. So yeah, pumpkins are out in the stores. I haven't bought any yet, but I will. And you know what that means? Pumpkin pie. So some of the pumpkins I can keep for jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween, but it's already, like, it's not even October yet, and I can start making the pumpkin pies and freezing them. So yeah, if you live near here and you want a pumpkin pie, let me know. If you've never tried it before, don't knock it, because it's better than you think it is. So my nose is running, but actually there's some Kleenex right there too. Actually, oh no, I can't. I'll show you that on a different one when I have, because it takes my phone to show you, and my phone is occupied at the moment. Yes, give me 1 second. I just need to grab a tissue. So we did we talked about the banana clip and the hairstyles last week, and you may or may not have seen that I added one of my first booth photo, like, you know, the booths where you sit in them and it takes like 4 different shots and you get like a long string of pictures. So my first booth photos, I was about 12 in them, and I was with my cousins, Erin and Maureen. They're sisters, but they're my first cousins. And we were in there, and Erin was the one that was on last week commenting, and so how she had the palm tree on top for like a year with her hair, and that's how she has her hair styled in that picture, because that was right in that phase. So if I was about 11 or 12, so she would have been about 13 or 14. And yes, and it was, Maureen is her older sister, so Maureen and her husband, but may have just only been her fiance then, or boyfriend, Calvin, they had taken me and Erin to West Edmonton Mall. So that was very exciting for us to not just go to a mall with her big sister, but to such a large mall when we were so young. And then we got those booth pictures as well. I know, Mommy. Mom says we live too far away for pie. I'm sorry. But Mom's a great baker, so she can make lots of things that I don't get either. And then she shows me. It makes me sad. Too bad we can't post them. Luckily, I got to eat Mom's cooking and baking for years, so, and learned from her. So maybe that's why I am not too bad of a chef myself. I even thought today, because it was like, okay, so because I was already dressed up when I went out this morning, when I got back home, I made a roast dinner, so roast beef. It's funny because I saw that Linda was watching a moment ago, and me and Linda were talking at Samantha's house about dinner, and she said she was going to do a roast dinner. She does roast dinners every Sunday, which is common, especially in the olden days here in England. A Sunday roast was normal, and there is still some places that, actually Erica was over at her boyfriend's and they had a chicken roast dinner at his place, and that's what Linda was doing today. She said they had roast beef, I think, last week, so she was doing a roast chicken dinner today. And I was like, ugh, not a chance. Like, me making a roast dinner every Sunday. I don't even like what I call wedding food, like cooked vegetables. And actually, I like cooked vegetables more now, but I don't like mashed potatoes. And just, anyways, it's not my first choice of food. But then I knew I had some baby potatoes here, and I had some Yorkshire pudding, and I kind of really wanted a roast beef dinner. So I did that, and I had carrots in the fridge too. So I came home and I made a beef brisket in the pressure cooker, and I made sliced carrots and baby potatoes and gravy and Yorkshire puddings. So I made that for supper, but I didn't want to change because I was ready for, you know, my life. So then I don't know what to do when I'm wearing nice clothes. I don't want to clean or, you know, go out in the garden or anything else, but so that's when I went upstairs and jumped in bed to warm up because I was cold while the pressure cooker cooked the beef. And then I did my posts on my phone, and I watched a bit of Gardener's World, and then I had a little bit of a nap, but only about 20 minutes actually. And then came downstairs, finished supper, and kind of moped around. Not moped around, I wasn't like upset, but just kind of wandered around the house. And my point was, and this is how long it takes me to get to a point, I was thinking of reading, sitting down and reading. So I need to start doing that, especially with the weather cooler, and if I don't have as much to do in the garden, I'll start my reading again. My mom says my sister Melody is sick, and my sister Tina is out of town. So that tells me where they are. Well, I hope, Melody, you're feeling better if you're watching this later. I hope you're feeling better. And Tina, I hope you're having fun, whatever you're doing out of town. And thanks for tuning in, Mom, so I'm not alone. But I need a topic still, so I could use the papers. Should I choose a word from the papers and see what it tells me to talk about? Not talking into my glass like this. It echo. Actually, I do need to try my microphones out too. and see what difference it makes to use my microphones, especially seeing Steve bought them. Actually, oh, I did that too. I cleaned the office and I got so much done. Like because I'm trying to do, like I really am trying to I'm not going to be a minimalist, like let's get real, but I only want to keep stuff that we use, like use it or lose it. So I was cleaning in the office. I glued all the things that needed to be glued back together, like broken ornaments from outside and ceramic things or broken things. So I glued everything that needed to be done, and I put some snaps, like these snaps, I don't know what they're called. Like I had to use a hammer and stuff to put the snaps on, and then so I fixed a few things like that, and then I went through my sewing stuff, everything that needs to be mended or sewn, and that's on the list for the next few weeks to break out the sewing machine that Steve bought me that I still haven't used. So yes, I am slowly actually getting things done, and I do look forward to hopefully putting on the haunted house. So I guess that's where my focus is right now. As long as Steve's good at work and the kids are good at school and they have what they need, then I can focus on other things like the haunted house, which is very exciting. Now I have the autumn stuff down, but I haven't brought the Halloween stuff down. And even if I don't do the haunted house, then I might still want to get some of the Halloween stuff down. I don't know which stuff, but because I want to do a Halloween themed rambling hour, but I don't know what it'll be about yet. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. No, Mom, I don't do diamond painting. I know you've started doing it, but I don't have time to. Listen, I already have enough hobbies. Like if I had time to sit down and do something like that, I would be doing my scrapbooking. But I don't have time to sit down and do hobbies like that right now. I just or if I actually sat down, I would read. But yes, what was I thinking about? Sitting down, being quiet. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often either, me sitting down or being quiet, especially at the same time. But even though you said about the diamond painting, there is some that I've seen that I was like, ooh, I really would like that one, even if I didn't do it, but I think that it looks good, and as a diamond painting that it would look good, up on a wall. So, but Mom, have you been enjoying your diamond painting? What are you working on right now? And I do like jigsaw puzzles, but again, it's like, yeah, if all the housework was done and everybody was taken care of, and then I might sit down and do some jigsaw puzzles and stuff. But as you know, Mom, with a family who's on the go and everything, the housework doesn't stop. So it's as now that I'm in the house a bit more and not in the garden as much, I'm slowly catching up on the things. So the rooms are slowly staying cleaner, but it's not well, it'll never be to Lisa's standard until I live alone. But it's getting to a point where, like I said, I could probably sit down and read a little bit more or something like that. So in the entranceway where I hung up the pictures, I know me and Steve got married like 4 years ago, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, like 4.5 years ago we got married. But I put up some pictures on one wall, and like I did it like an L shape, like an upside down L. And I left the room, and I want to put 2 big canvases of our wedding pictures there, but I need to order them. Okay, Erica's gone to sleep. Good night, Eric.
Good night.
Good night.
Joking.
Love you. Love you. Say, you gotta show your face, not just your weirdo.
Good night.
That was not your face.
That was my face.
You smell like you've been outside.
Because I have been outside.
It smells cold.
It is cold.
Okay, good night. I love you.
Night, love you.
They just got back from walking the Dodges. The DOGs. So, Eric, you still have your white shirt, but there's other ones, and your skirt will be ready in the morning.
I gave you my uniform, though.
Yeah, I did the other shirts already. I did all the white shirts, remember?
Did you? Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, so the rest will be ready in the morning.
Yeah, love you.
Love you. Night. Steve didn't come and say bye to me before he left because he didn't want to interrupt me. The kids don't mind interrupting me, though, when I'm doing my live. There's a lot of empty space over here. But Yeah, I really, you know what this is that I really need to do guests again because it's fun and then I don't have to think of things to ramble about the whole time. And I can work on my listening skills, which is, you know, something I need to do. Mom says, I have done some flowers. Oh, and another thing that I'd like to do, Mom, if I had time like that, is coloring. As I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, I bought like a happy coloring book. And then I bought like a Halloween coloring book. And these are all great in the moment. But I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun to color. But it's about like actually sitting down and doing it. Steve would like to do more art too. And as soon as the electricians get their butts back here and do... as soon as there's better lighting in the living room and dining room, that'll be great for cleaning, but also in the dining room when there's better lighting in there, it'll be wonderful for painting in there. Not the walls, like painting like an artist, like so I can see what I'm doing. Otherwise now I have to have like so many lights over because I like it really bright when I'm painting. So, there is, like speaking of use it or lose it, Mom. Excuse me, I don't know if you remember, but I have a Santa and a Mrs. Claus, big statues from ceramics that are close to finished, but not completely finished that I should do as well. Maybe, you know, so they're ready for this Christmas to put out instead of just sitting in my art room. So yeah, I have all these, like when you have stuff in the garden ornaments and stuff that even if you bought them already painted, that okay, Mom, you can show me later your flower diamond painting. When you buy statues and animals and stuff for the garden, which I love them, I like hiding them in amongst the plants and flowers and stuff, and you just see little, you know, creatures and everything. But the paint fades over the years, so I have some that are mine specifically that I've bought, and I have some that people have given to me and everything else, and they're sitting up in the art room and they need a recoat of paint as well. So I have lots of sit-down hobbies that I can do if I ever let myself sit down. So, not to mention like TV and movies and stuff that I don't sit down. We watched the Breaking Bad series, which was really good. And even if you're not into, like, again, most of the family and friends I know are not into drugs and stuff like that, but the TV series Breaking Bad is actually really good, even if that's not your kind of thing usually, like, you know, drug making and stuff. It's about a teacher who he finds out he has cancer, and so he wants to make some money for his family, his son and his wife, before he dies. So he starts manufacturing meth and selling it. Which is horrible. Meth is like one of the worst drugs ever, but it's a very good series. It's really well done. I know it's quite old now, not quite old, but like in the early 2000s or whatever that it was done and started. And but after they did, so they have this one character in Breaking Bad. His name is Saul Goodman, and this is so funny. Me and Steve didn't realize until like we started watching the Better Call Saul series, because he's a lawyer, Better Call Saul Goodman, that he got his name, Saul Goodman, from It's All Good Man, like Saul Goodman, Saul Goodman, you know, Saul Goodman. Yeah, and that didn't even click, so that's pretty cool, Saul Goodman. Anyways, so we finished watching Breaking Bad, and there's this one character in there, a lawyer, who was only supposed to make a small, like it was only supposed to be a really small part, but it ended up being such a good character that they actually gave him more airtime in the Breaking Bad series. And then they did a spin-off of his character, but it's like a prequel, so where he was before Breaking Bad and how he became a lawyer and everything. And that's what we're watching right now. We're almost finished season 2 of Better Call Saul. There was also, after Breaking Bad, there's another character named Jesse, and people wanted to know what happened to Jesse after the series ended, like with the character, where did he go, what happened to him. So they made a movie about that character, Jesse. What was it called again? Oh, it was called El Camino, like the vehicle, El Camino. And it was really good, and I am glad that by the time me and Steve watched Breaking Bad, that the movie El Camino was already made. So whereas the fans who ended Breaking Bad had to wait like a couple of years or whatever for the movie, we were able to watch them back to back, and now we're watching the Better Call Saul. So that is the series that me and Steve are watching right now, and there's like 6 seasons right now. So, and we're just finishing season 2, so we got a ways to go with that. But especially if we don't go into bed we usually walk the dogs at about 10 o'clock, because I shouldn't tell people this. I tell people where we walk the dogs, what time we walk the dogs. Anyways, we usually do it later because then there's not as many people on the field for the dogs to run, or any people on the field, you know, so the dogs can run freely. But yeah, so by the time we get home and then get into bed to watch TV, it can be late, so we don't get that many episodes in. For Steve, he doesn't really sleep well, and so he'll be up a lot longer than me, but I like sleep, and I like to try and get my lights out by midnight. If it was up to me, it would be like 10 o'clock that I go to sleep, but midnight is my compromise with him. So, except today, but see, this is the same thing, I haven't done my workout yet. It's gonna be 9 o'clock when I finish this, and then I have to do my workout and everything else, and so sometimes on a Sunday, I can fall asleep before he gets home, and then when he gets home, I'm not in the mood to wake up and to watch anything, but sometimes I'm up doing my posts or, you know, checking Facebook, whatever, and just like winding down for the night, and then by the time I'm ready to like put between 11 and 12 when I'm ready to go to sleep, he gets home from cards, and then we end up watching TV, and then I'm up till like 1 or more, or, you know, like whatever. So yes, but I am excited to watch more Gardener's World and do I'm not excited to do the cross trainer. I mean, exercise is very beneficial, but sometimes it's hard, and lots of times we really don't feel like doing it, but it's important to do. And I can freely play with my hair after, because it's, it doesn't need to look nice after I'm done my live. Lena just came in here, so I can play with my curls, and I won't be annoying to anybody because I'll be by myself. So, like when I talked about the art too, and I've done it with some Christmas and winter things where I bought some frames and put in some of mine and Steve's art in them, and I just had them on display, like leaning up against something last year. But I'd like to do that for every season if we haven't already painted photos, or, you know, even things the kids did when they were little for the seasons or whatever, like put them in frames and change out the frames for the seasons as well, but not just have frames of stuff for the season, but it's art that we've done or the family's done or stuff like that. So I like things that are meaningful like that too. Hi Shantell, long time no talk, hope you're well. My friend Shantell says, hi darling. Hope everyone's good at your place. Shantell's oldest is named Drake, and he is the same age as my nephew and my stepson, who is, well, Thomas is almost 21, but Drake and Breton have already turned 21. And then Shantell has a daughter, and I can't remember how old she is, though. Maybe, let me guess, like 16, 17 now? I don't know for sure. No, she might even be younger than that. You tell me. So we were friends in Edmonton, like the city I was born and raised in. I can't even remember how we met. Oh, Lexus is 13. Yeah, so she is younger than that. Shantell, do you remember how we met? Did we meet at O'Leary swimming pool with the boys? I can't remember for sure. Erica's just back, even though she's supposed to be in bed, getting ice again, because she has an ice addiction, which isn't the worst addiction to have, but she likes chewing on ice. Luckily, our fridge continually makes ice, so she can continually chew on ice. Shantell, I'm just confirming you want to join on video. I hope that wasn't a mistake. I'll accept you now. That would be wonderful. It might be on this side. We'll see if she comes on. Shantell, let me know if that was a mistake or you wanted to be my guest for a few minutes. Oh, was it Miss Shantell? Did you accidentally do that? Otherwise, send me a request again. What's up, Eric?
What?
Okay, bye.
Oh, you.
Love you. Okay, send me an invitation again, because I don't know why it's saying it won't work. So try sending it again and I'll accept it. I'm just going to shut my... What is it saying? Let me try this again. There we go. I think it's working. Oh yeah, I think it's the other side. Sorry about the delay, guys. You know how technology can be. It says adding, so it should work anytime now. Anytime now.
Hi.
Oh, okay, let me move.
It worked.
Hi.
Hi. Fun.
Oh, now we're doing this again.
Okay.
You're super quiet for me. But luckily when it posts, you'll sound the same.
Okay.
Like you'll sound normal, you won't be quiet. So I just have
Okay.
to listen really well.
Okay. So Lexus is 13.
Yes.
And we did meet at O'Leary swimming pool. I was sitting in the hot tub and you and I started having some really good conversation. And you were holding your baby, which would be Erica, I would believe at that time.
No, Allison.
Allison, okay. And then you had to go to the bathroom. I was with my boyfriend Devin at the time.
Sorry.
And you said
I lost you. I lost
okay.
you at, I had to go, did you say I had to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you had to go to the bathroom after some good conversation. And then you had asked me if I wouldn't mind holding your baby. And I was like, oh, I would love to. So yeah, you went to the bathroom and here I was holding this lovely lady that I just met, you know, like 20 minutes ago. I was holding her baby while she went to the bathroom. You could tell like we could just, I guess we just maternally connected, right? And yeah. So that's how it happened. That's how it unfolded for us. We just met. We were meant to be friends from way back then.
Yeah, because the boys were only like about 4 or 5, maybe. No, because I think I came to Drake's 5th birthday.
Yes.
So he would have been 4 when we met, and he's 21 now.
You got it. He is, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a while ago. I don't know if I had my nephew at the pool with me that day, but
yeah, I don't remember for sure either.
Luckily, you weren't a crazy lady who stole my baby.
That's right. That's right.
How trusting was I? Either trusting or an idiot. Not for you, but just to leave my baby with a stranger.
You know what? Like, it's just never left me. Like, I felt honored because of the trust. I was just like that was so amazing. I was just like, you know, that not everybody can do that, right? Like, and it was your first baby, so that was yeah.
Some people won't even let people hold their first baby, let alone a stranger in a hot tub.
That's right. That's right. So I think our connection was really deep and it was good. Like we had some good convo in that short amount of time. So it was really
and just so people know, the hot tub was either not hot enough to be harmful to a baby or I was holding her above the hot water. Because
that's right. Yeah. No, she was above. I could remember that. Yeah. We were sitting up above the like the like our hands were cradling the baby above the water.
Yeah, because I was like, people are gonna say things about me having like a little baby in the hot tub.
No doubt.
I miss that pool so much. Like they have some swimming pools here, but not like in. I guess we probably have more in North America and stuff because the winters can be harsh and it gives you something to do in the winter. But yeah, they don't have as many pools here or as many good pools. So.
Oh, yeah, hot tubs are so nice. I love them so much.
Yeah, but lots of them now they're not even hot. They call them like jacuzzis, like bubble pools or something. They you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, which is really annoying. And Samantha said, sorry that she's late. That's okay, Samantha. You can always catch up later. As you can see, my friend Shantell from Edmonton is on, and she just explained how we met and how many years ago it was. And we haven't seen each other in years. Do you know who
I came to Meath Park to the restaurant.
When I was there?
Yeah.
Then I must have pictures of it.
I don't think I do have pictures, but you must have pictures of it. I came to your trailer.
When did I not take pictures? I think we might have stood in front of the train.
Oh, we did. So, in your yard, though.
Pardon?
Yes.
It wasn't my art. It was painted before, but it was in like the hallway. It made it look like a tunnel and then the train coming out.
No, but I was saying I did come to your house though, and I did come to your yard in your yard where you lived.
Oh,
yeah.
Bad memory I have, but that's awesome.
That's
now you
okay.
just have to come to England.
Yeah, I do. That would be nice.
You know who you look like a little bit?
Who?
Tori Amos.
Oh, I never heard that before. Fun.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's who you're reminding me of right now.
Okay, well, that's a compliment.
Yeah, I love her. She's one of my favorite artists. So
it's so fun to be with you right now.
A musical artist, a singer, and a pianist and stuff. So people might, if they don't know who she is, which is crazy that they wouldn't, but yes. So yeah, it's so exciting to have you as my guest and to see you.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, it's been a while. So what do you do now?
I'm working in linen at the hospital. So I work 7 days on, 7 days off, but it's part-time. So it's really good. I love it.
And like, I used to work 4 days on, 4 days off. And when you're working, so it didn't matter. But then when you get like even the 4 days off, it doesn't even feel like you have a job. It feels like you're like on holidays. So I imagine 7 days on, 7 days off is like that too. Like the 7 days off must feel like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's how, especially living when I lived in Meath Park. If I had to drive to the city for work, I wanted it to be a work day. Like I wasn't just driving there for like 2 or 3 hour shift or something. I wanted to work, from morning till night, like get a work day in. Because it doesn't matter if you only have to work a few hours the next day or a long shift. The night before, you're still thinking, ugh, I gotta work tomorrow. So might as well make it worth the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how long have you been there?
Well, since the COVID has lightened up in March, I was screening up until then. So I've been working in the laundry department in healthcare in Saskatoon for a decade or so. But because of the COVID, I was doing screening in healthcare. So that's just sitting there in the entranceway more so and making sure everybody's doing diligence with their PPE and their COVID materials and whatnot, just overseeing that and making sure that people are coming in that are according to which precautions you were on, like which level of care. If sometimes you could just have 2 guests, sometimes we weren't open for any guests. So was doing that for so long. The screening there. Yeah.
Did you like that better, or was it a bit boring sometimes? Or?
The most boringest, highest paid job I've ever had. The most boringest job. I'm more of a worker, right? I like to look behind me after I leave work and be like, okay, I did something today, right? You feel accomplished. But I mean, you couldn't really say no to the amount of money that I was actually earning. Like it didn't hurt to go to work. Like, it was just forced sitting. And I always looked at the more positive side of it. Like I made the most of it. Like I guess you could sit on your phone like in the dull moments and sort of organize your life that way and catch up on the social media side of things, I guess. But I tried to be as helpful and useful as possible while I was at work. So I made relationships with the patients that were in the home, and always trying to be as helpful as I can and cleaning where I was able, because you're just sitting and just being kind of there. So I didn't mind it, but I'm glad it's over.
Okay, I need to bring my phone over here because it just told me it's at 10%. So give me a second. I don't want to lose you.
It's so
funny because the thing is plugged into the wall. I don't have a portable charger down here with me, so let me just make sure it's charging.
Okay.
Other chair. All that work into a background, and then I have to move. So yeah, well, that's really good. So you're living in Saskatoon then?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So let me just let the dog out. She's whining to get out of the kitchen. Go. I don't even know why you're in here. Yeah, so that's for people who don't know, Saskatchewan is another province next to Alberta, and me and Shantell met in Edmonton. I was born and raised in Edmonton. Were you?
I was born in Saskatoon, but I was being raised.
So now you're back where you were born from, like, yeah. But how long you lived in Edmonton? Quite a while.
Yeah, I lived there for 19 years.
Right. Yeah. So what brought you back to Saskatoon?
Always had a dream of moving back here. Once I finished school at NAIT in Edmonton, I came back to Saskatoon in 2007. So I've been here quite a while now as well. Um,
That's the year I moved to Saskatchewan, was 2007.
There you go. That's what I
Yeah.
guess kept us connected at that time too, right?
Yeah.
I think you put a post on, you know what? Facebook sort of just came to light in 2007. It was perfect timing for moving away, right? I found it very useful. Like, I love that about Facebook when I moved here, because I could stay connected to all my friends that were very important to me. All my family lives in Saskatoon, but all my friends were in Edmonton. So that was a huge adjustment, but I've now had a daughter and have had a few different jobs. So I've got lots of friendships here now.
Yeah, I know, and that's how it is. Like, I've lived in different places, but there's also, like, even if you know a lot of people in like Saskatoon or in Edmonton, there's only certain people that you want to stay connected with. So it's really hard when you move from a place and you have to leave that friend or that, that person. But now it keeps us so connected. Like how you, like, that's how, like, I could be like, is she in Edmonton? Is she in Saskatoon? I don't even know where you are, but you know what I mean? Like, we can just connect like this, like we're in the same room.
That's right.
Coffee. It's so awesome. And I know exactly what you mean. I don't think I could have even moved to Saskatchewan. For anybody watching, it was a 6-hour drive from Edmonton to the middle of nowhere, because Saskatoon is a city, but where I lived in Meath Park is only 204 people. And had I not had internet and the social media thing, and I'm not even like hugely social, but I just needed the connection to know that they're there. I talk to my family way more now that I live in England than I did when I lived in Saskatchewan. I think because I knew I could just drive and see them. We still take it for granted, but now that it's so far, I talk to my mom and my sisters. Probably not as often as they wish I would talk to them, but still, like, Steve's always giving me crap. Like, I only really talk to my mom when she calls me, because I'm a bad daughter. But I try to answer and be there if she calls. So yeah, even like dropping in and being my guest like this is so exciting. It makes me so happy, because it's like we bumped into each other at the mall or something, you don't know.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Now, I was wanting to say this is, like, I can remember, even, I don't know how long you've been doing these, but it's been a couple of years. Am I right by saying that?
Yeah.
Barely though, or something.
Yeah. I think not even 2 years.
Okay, well, it wasn't not even 2 years ago, but something like that. It was like maybe a year and a half ago. I was screening and I'm sitting there at the desk in my like attire and everything, but I remember watching your live videos, and I loved it. Like, such good entertainment. Like, it was the exact social connection I wanted. And like, not live. I may not have been on live, but I was still watching it, like, live but not actively live, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful that you've always been doing this because I'm always in the loop, I feel like, in your life.
But and that makes me feel really good, because sometimes I think, like, why am I even doing these besides my mom and sisters like watching?
And I've heard
stuff?
you say that before. Yeah,
and because sometimes when there's like nobody on or there's no comments, and I'm like, what do I talk about, and I'm like trying to keep it going, because I know, like, if I'm, but then I listen to them back because I'm into myself that way. No, but I listen to them back just to see what they sounded like, and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. And I don't watch necessarily. I'll just listen to it while I'm doing other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's not too bad. And actually, I talked about, and that's what I like about it being like this, where like I did a little clip out of it with the banana clips last week. But really, if there was something that, if I, out of an hour, I say one little thing that's profound, you can always take that clip and that could be shared, Yeah. So I like that. But yeah, and then yeah, that is the thing that everybody gets to keep up with. This is why I started it, because like I said, I'm shit at socializing. I'm so bad at keeping in contact. But as you know, I'll be there for anybody if they need me. But I won't know you need me unless you tell me. But if you say I need you, then I'll drop everything and I'll be there. Yeah. But so people are always on me for like not keeping in contact, and I'm like, listen, you know what? Let's video chat, because it feels like we've had coffee. It feels like. And people just weren't taking me up on it. Finally, I just said, it's like this, okay, I'll be at the same place, same time every week. If you want to visit with me, then you know where I am. And you can't say I'm not putting in the effort, because I'm here. So that's how it started. And I love it. I love, even if someone just stops in for a quick second and says, hey, just thought I'd stop in and say hi. Good to see you, but I got to go. It just makes me feel like that connection, like you said, like that we've you know, and you know, I used to do the Christmas letters, but I don't do those anymore. So I guess
Exactly. Like that was a serious gift in itself, like just a full like gift package, all the pictures and all the work and the thought and care. I always appreciated that. And that's why that's why I like connecting here, even if it's informally, because I remember ever since you and I have met, you're really deep with how you think. And I'm a lot like you, even though I don't share that. I mean, so you're not that far off. So I love it that you do this, because you're everything that you share, it's all applicable. And I'm sure your other friends can speak to it too. Like, it's just, yeah, no, for sure. Sorry that I didn't say hi for like all these times, and anytime that because you don't know how many times I've watched your videos, and it might not show you, but it's so relevant. So it's been really good. So make sure you do keep doing it as you feel like it's good.
Well, no, see, I see that oh, hang on, I can't hear you. Oh, maybe your lips caught up with your words. So if the last thing you said was good, then I heard you. But
okay.
I need to hear this, not in a conceited way, but I need the feedback so that I know it's worth it to keep doing. Even if it's only my mom and sisters and like a few friends, then I feel like it's worth it, right? But then I see the numbers go up that I've had so many views, and I don't know who's watching them, but I know somebody's watching them, so that's good enough. But it's the same thing. Like, you don't need to apologize, because you and I know we have that connection.
That's right.
And it's the same thing. So we don't need to talk. It can be years before we talk, but it's just like this. Like now talking again, it feels like we haven't even missed talking at all.
No.
It feels like we've been in contact this whole time.
Yes.
So this has made my evening so much better. And it's more interesting to the viewers. Pardon?
Lisa, I said it's a privilege to know you, because you're such a good person, and I love you. Like, you're so great the way you express yourself. I like how open you are, and the way you share, the way you pass on your teachings. Like, everything, like I said, is really relevant, and I'm so glad that you are on here regularly.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Well, it's okay. You deserve it. If you were here, we could hug and hold each other.
Oh.
So
we'll do the virtual hug. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's awesome. Like, you have totally made my night, and this will keep me going to know that these are worth it, and that hopefully they're not boring, even if there's no comment. I'm just talking.
They're not. How could they be boring? They're too real. Look at all the work, and I like your backdrops you're always working on, and you're just the whole thing is just beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. And sometimes I shower.
There you go. Who knew, right? It doesn't matter.
Well, actually, like, this is yesterday's outfit and yesterday's hair, but this morning I just spritzed it and yep, that's good.
Yep. It's all acceptable. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh, I like doing that too. Like, as much as I like dressing up for it and having like a nice outfit, because I don't do that most days. So it's nice to have that one day. Sometimes I just want to be in my sweatpants and have my hair back to show people that, I can put on that happy face, but sometimes we talk about the fact that I suffer from depression. Sometimes I don't feel like but I don't want to disappoint, but I want them to see the real side too. I'm not going to come on and pretend everything's happy and real and my life is just perfect, because it's not. It's just, it is. It's good. I have a really good life, but it is just a normal life. Like, we all have stuff we have to deal with. So, but you have totally complimented me and made me feel like super good. And and I'm going to take that personally. I'm going to keep that for me. But even just you saying that you enjoy my lives is enough for me to know that for others that they're worth doing.
That's right.
But you can feed my ego anytime you want, even if it's every 10 or 20 years.
Okay, I sure will.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you, and you can be my guest anytime. And I'm glad to have introduced you to everybody else, because there is those special friends that I have in different places that I know that those are the ones I want to keep. And you're one of them. So now everybody else can see you and who you are and why you're one of my, special friends that we've been friends for so long. Yeah, and it's so cool that you remember how we met.
Identify with you so well. Like your life fits into mine, and I like how well you can express yourself. So that's why you and I feel like we're a lot alike, and that I enjoy that in a person.
Aww,
your honesty and your authenticity, I love it. Yeah, it's really important.
Thank you. Yeah,
and how well you're raising your family.
Pardon?
And how well you're raising your family as well. That's really good. So nice to see your daughters.
Thanks. Yeah, I like when I like when they come on too, because not only is it technically mom and daughter time or whatever, but then other people get to not just hear about them or see pictures of them, they actually get to see how their personality is and stuff like that too. So it's good for the relatives who don't get to see them all the time. And yeah. So this was really awesome, and this is like made my whole night.
Good. I'm glad. Made
so
mine.
I'm it's been over an hour now, which I don't think people mind. But like I said, you can be my guest again if you want, and we can talk about other things, especially if, like, you know, if my line of thinking is a lot the way you think, then we'll have lots to talk about. And yeah, so anytime you want to be a guest, just let me know.
Sounds good.
Okay. Love you. Thanks for joining.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, well, that was wonderful. That made me feel super good. And I'm just gonna check if there's any. Oh, there was comments. Well, sorry, there was comments while I was doing that. Samantha says, oh, that's a lovely friendship story. Bubble pools. Oh, that's just a stupid thing they call hot tubs now. So the temperature is not, because you know when you turn on the jets and it makes bubbles, so they call them bubble pools instead of the regular swimming pools. It's just a way that they can have the temperature hot enough that it'll, like, the bacteria will be fine, but that not too hot that you have to get out after 10 minutes. It's so stupid. They're not hot tubs anymore in some places. And Samantha, Shantell, I was going to call her Kelly. That's her last name. Shantell, Samantha says, come and visit us in England. See, she loves you too. She said us. And Samantha says, thank you for today, Lisa. I am extremely grateful. And that's talking about the Macmillan coffee and cake morning. And as I told you guys, I would get Samantha to put the link in the comments as well, so you can check that out, because that is you can still donate to that, and it's a great cause. And Samantha said nearly 2 years that I've been doing the lives, and she said Tyler says hello and thank you to me and Erica, which is again having to do with the Macmillan morning. So Samantha, if you could please put the link again in the comments. And the other thing that I want to tell you guys is next week, remember to bring like a piece of paper or a pad of paper or whatever, and a writing utensil. And if you don't know what I'm talking about or why I'm requesting that for next week, you need to watch the live again and figure out why I said that I want you guys to have something to write with next week. All right? And something to write on, and not your hand, something that you can keep. All right? I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Shantell has totally made my day. I tell you guys sometimes that I don't know why I do these. Sometimes I know why I do them, but then you go through the doubt and think, I mean, it's only an hour of my week, so it doesn't, and I talk all the time, even sometimes to myself when no one's around. So it's not really that, you know, that big of a deal, but at the same time, you kind of feel like an idiot if you're just sitting here and nobody really cares, because then you just seem like, I don't know. So it makes me like, my heart is full right now. I even have the energy to do the elliptical. I just feel really good. And that has totally made my night, if not my week or month or whatever. That's going to keep me going for a while. So with that, I will see you guys next Sunday for another rambling hour. I just need that reassurance every now and then that these are worth it. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying these. And I enjoy doing them. So as long as that it's mutual, then I'll keep doing them. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.